Oh, we're back. All right. Let me get the link sent out again. Weird. Well, I need to hurry up here. And where's my Discord? Starting up the Discord, I need to get some of these trades in. So yeah, is that a live quote? Yes. Surely is. Alright, let's do this. Get the Weeble trades. Enter this in here. I want to do 100 shares at... if we can get 680, it could be interesting. You know what? I don't want to do that. I want to do the puts. There we go, for some reason was signing in and random YouTube account back in. Hey, thanks for joining back again. Sorry about that, my internet or VPN or something like that just gave out. But yeah, so I'm about to enter in this order. I'm thinking, so can you guys see that? Okay, I'm thinking of just going ahead and selling a put on this at 7.5. It could lower 7.5 minus. They're selling for about $1.38, something like this. It's gonna change when market opens. 612. This could be pretty interesting. Selling to put it. Yep. Alright, I've got 1.1 thousand cleared. Nice. Crypto exchange money transfer from Gemini. I don't know about that actually. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this put. Sell a put on the what's it called? CNCE. Let's go ahead and get that. Market's about to open in 8 minutes. I think the 7.5, if we can get this, we want to sell this as a put, sell. Why is it so low? Alright, I'm going to wait until market opens for this, because I don't want to only get a nickel. But yeah, we're going to wait on that. Okay, so what's the next one that we need to look at is going to be ELY. Alright, yes, this is the Callaway. Here we go. Callaway Golf, and by the way, they have a ownership with Top Golf. They own part of it, so this one's pretty interesting. This one is up 3% pre-market. You know, I still want to buy around here. It's a decent amount up, so I'm probably gonna wait off of that just to see what's going on. Target. It's like halfway to my target. This is relatively conservative, you know, but this is not really one that I want to put so much money into right now. Hey guys, thanks for joining us back. Is there a way to trade BTC on TDA? I don't know. I don't really use TDA, but I don't think there is actually. I'm pretty sure there's not. Isaac, can you explain how Delta influences share exposure? Yes, I will do that. My account isn't approved yet. I wish I could follow very new investor here. Okay, cool. Yeah, and actually I'm taking a look at Moo Exchange. Such a stupid name, but probably shouldn't say that. It's like a cow, right? Which is like bull. So they're trying to do like the cow bull thing with Moomoo.com, but hey, you can trade the Chinese and Hong Kong shares on their platform, so US investors, so this can be pretty interesting. Can make a decent amount in this because I have a lot of research available for me for the Chinese and Hong Kong shares here. But man, so that could be interesting, but we'll see how that goes. I'm testing it out before I recommend doing it to anybody. For sure, for sure. Ellie, I saw some memes about months ago on Wall Street Bets. That is a good possibility. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hold off on Ellie because it's a little bit above my buy zone right now. It's all good. There's better things to be doing. And then MVIS, it's the last one I wrote out. If you guys don't know, I did the daily analysis. Go ahead and check that out. Go ahead and check that out because I wrote about all these today. Technically, it was yesterday for you guys. All right, so this one is interesting, and it's also up 7%. Okay, so that one's going to be up a lot as well. I don't want to buy a put or anything like that. We'll see how it rides out. So the most interesting for us right now, I mean, hey, we can't do anything about that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I was looking at them. I was thinking it was going to be good, but now they're just up like 11%. It makes me a little bit more nervous. I would probably wait for a pullback because this is still pre-market. We still got 5 minutes left to pre-market. Yep. So we will see how it goes. But let's go ahead and go back over to the Concert Pharma. This one is still looking pretty interesting. I want to sell the put on this, but just I want to do the make a theta play and try to get a bunch of shares and sell the put, because selling a call is also not very interesting, to be honest with you. I might just go ahead and buy shares. Even bought shares, sold the call. It's what, $15 you could get. That's 11 day to expiration. I mean, we can go out. It's $48. So where's my calculator? So what's that? 48 divided by, that's a $10 strike. 48 divided by an investment of around $700 market price right now. 6.8% in a month. Till expiration. Nah. Also, I feel like there's better things to do with money. What are you doing with your 19th 17.5 iPod calls? Yeah, when the market opens, I'm going to go ahead and review all the current positions I have and take profit. So I take profit at 25.50, 100%. Or depends, 7,500 sometimes. Sometimes I'll take it at 75%. But when the market opens in like 3 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and review all those positions. That's the first thing I'm going to be doing. Right now I'm just looking at the watch list really quick, and this is what I do every day. Let me pull up my watch list. And if you guys don't know, it's prostockadvice.com/watchlist. Just go ahead and click that. That's what I'm looking at right now. And you guys can check out all the different target prices, entries, and if you go in through, sort through my blog, you will see the different graphs that I wrote up at the time, and different buy zones and whatnot. But I'm pretty sure you guys know that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We are going to be trading here in like 2 minutes. And again, this is what I do. This is kind of like my system that I've just gotten used to. Just a kind of like workflow, I guess you could say. Whatever you want to call it. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at this watch list. So actually I need to update the watch list for those 3 new ones. That's a good point, huh? But don't have time right now. Let's see, DKNG, let's see what that's doing. DKNG, and to be honest with you guys, I use my watch list as just like notes. So basically when I write up those analysis, there's so many, and there's so many things I'm doing right now. I need like a secretary or something like that, I feel like, sometimes to organize my brain. But I just use my watch list. So I remember everything, and I save them on Webull and stuff, but literally. Okay, so DraftKings is up 1.3% pre-market. If it pulled back into the buy zone, I would buy it. I missed out before today or yesterday was Super Bowl, so it'd be kind of interesting to watch this one today. Not gonna lie. Let's see, CSTA.U. This one I want to buy, but check this out. If I buy 100 shares, just right here, basically a market. Can I? Nope, cannot. We won't let you yet. Keep waiting on that one. I'm watching it though. Aria Caterpillar was interesting, to be honest with you, because they have the self-driving cars. Ellie Corsair was one I was looking at because of recommendation. Tesla's up 2% pre-market. Okay, so let me go here. Go all. Mara's up a lot, but that's because of Bitcoin is up. GameStop is not interesting. Okay, just see what's going on. Space is up. Yep, okay, markets are open, so sort by the lowest. Alright, iPod is down, iPod app. My Lemonade is down, Workhorse, CCIV is down, JD Xpeng, Lee is down. Interesting one. Might have to go and look at Lee, Apple. Well, anyways, guys, here we are. There's not much down. Most is up, as you can see on my list here. But I want to take a look at the ones that are down, see if we can get make a volatility play right now. Baba is kind of interesting for me. Crown Castle, Starbucks, I mean, yeah. Teckle, oof, don't drop, please. Alright, we're going to do something. Okie dokie. Yep, it is still, we're on the day chart here. I need to exit out of this. Alright, it is hit my resistance. I'm going to keep watching that, see if it drops. So far, it hasn't. So far, this is a pretty, or not resistance, support, sorry. So far, this has gone pretty well. It's touched it 1, 2, almost 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th time. Although it's kind of getting a little bit too comfortable there. So options not going to make sense unless it starts going up. But we could buy shares. So if the options are flat, then don't do it because the decay, you're going to lose on the decay. Let's go. What are you doing? Okay, I already read that. What are you paying for a secretary? Yeah, I mean, dude, I need one. Like, I had this YouTube channel, I guess, for like 2 weeks now or something like that, and I've been just posting a bunch on Reddit and just trying to drum up some attention and create this community because we're all going to help each other in the long run. But man, it's busy though. I'm thinking of some GEVO calls. Let me do that. That's a good idea. The Lee I'm going to watch is a little bit flat right now. It's up 1%. Yeah, wait for it to get down into the buy zone. It's around $10. I would. I'm already in this. Okay, let me go take a look at my options positions. Okay, looks like portfolio is up. I want to go ahead and change that to custom. Starting time, what's the day? Monday, the 8th and the 8th. Alright, February. Oh, we could do like that. Okay, here we go. So, it says I'm up 100%. That's not right. I wish. Do the 8th to the 8th. Okay, but that's just going to have to... Oh, here we go. That's what I want. Cumulative profit and loss. Okay, 1.7%. We're up. It's like $12,000 right now. It's alright. Could be better. Alright, let's look at the options real quick. Okay, so my GEVO. So that was the put, and the strike was 12.5. What was the price? It's 11.5. Okay, so we're still good. Waiting till expiration for that to play out, because we have definitely lowered our cost prices by $1.90. And then I've got the GEVO 12.5 19th of February call. I had 3 contracts. I'm down on this one. Let's see, what's that strike? 12.5 again. February 19th. So this one we're going to need to think about. The 19th, that is when? 2 weeks. We're good, we're good. Still have some time. Don't want to do anything right now because it did pull back the last 2 days. So we're gonna watch that one. Okay. Let's see. iPod. I'm gonna wait. My strike was 17.5. Also 2 weeks. It's down a little bit. It's just the decay. Let's take a look at iPod though. Yeah, it's down. Just a little bit. That's okay though. This one we're gonna need to wait to play out. The strike is 17.5. It's not far away. You could do this in a couple days easily. So we still have 2 weeks. So for sure we're gonna wait. And that one's not. That one didn't cost me a lot of money. Yeah, it only cost me $200. I mean, whatever. We're gonna wait on that one though. We still have 2 weeks. Jivo, we're gonna wait. This put the 5 contracts I'm selling and put. This one's gonna be very interesting because selling calls on that one. So basically, I want to do the wheel on Jivo. MU is up 24%. Okay. So here we go, guys. Like I said, 25%. I'm gonna take profit. Start taking profit, and we're basically there. So probably gonna do 3.65. So gonna go ahead and right-click this. Oh man, just dropped it. That's fine. But let's go ahead and set the limit order. So I'm going to do one at. This is sell to close, right? No, I don't want to add this in there. Let me just make sure all of that is right. The last price was 3.5, so I want to do about 3.65. I think that's around 25%. And we're going to go ahead and close that one quantity because I have 4. Yep, there we go. Okay, now it's time to do the screenshot. Let me get this pulled up really quick, guys, so I can take a screenshot of it. Sorry, I don't have time to check on the chat right now. Alright, my little screenshot tool is up. Okay, let me do this. Alright, that one's in. And then the annoying part, I need to go over to Twitter and put this in. Sell to close contract at 3.65. And I wish, because I gotta like type this out, but I think most of you guys, if you use Webull, then you will be able to like understand just by looking at the picture. You know what I mean? So I don't have to type this out because I'm just lazy, I guess you could say. But I'm busy, and maybe that's better. Busy. Okay, let's see what else is next. And this is just me going down through. My SMH is actually up today. Let me check the semiconductors real quick. Yes, Soxol. That's my semiconductor ETF. It is my highest right now. Okay. Thank the semiconductor gods. Speaking of which, what is AMD doing right now? Okay, it's up a little bit. Okay, so yeah, I got that in on Twitter. So now we good to move on. Let's see. I don't have time to look at the chat right now, guys. Let me knock these out. I need to review all these positions. The options positions are, you need to review them if they're shorter term. Okay, so then the last, well, not the last one, but the Apple one, $150. This one's down a decent amount. I bought it at 425. It's at 303 now. I got 4 positions. What's Apple doing? Anyways, I want to know. Seriously, what's Apple doing? Apple's going down. That's what Apple's doing. But hey, it is what it is. Hopefully it bounces on that support. If you see, it's not a big deal, but the position is down 28%. So you see, guys, just this little bitty down thing right here. This little bitty red candle is going to affect an option contract, which is a couple months till expiration, by almost 30%. But you know what I always say, it is what it is. Let's move on. Nothing we can do about that. I might, if it goes below this support back into my buy zone, we're going to be at a pretty big loss on this. So we might think of rolling that, and we might consider just averaging down. So we'll think about that later. All right, but the good news is we're trying to sell a. The GVO is just, the selling of the puts is good. This one is not bad. 10% down. If you're down 10%, that's nothing for options. Start getting worried when it's like 40-50%. But anyways, the Apple is going to turn around. I feel like it's Apple. Like they just had a bunch of really good news come out. So, you know, I think 180 is easy. And this is 150. What's it trading at? 135. Anyways, let's see. Okay. And then ACTC, this one was up a decent amount today. I'm selling a covered call on this. I sold it at $1. It's at 33 cents right now. It's a $35 February. Okay, so let's check out what's the market price for this one. Oh, we should be fine on this one. It's pretty far out. Let me confirm. ACTC, yes, $35. That one's fine. Alibaba is starting to go up. Just watch that. SPE it's starting to go up. Let's watch it when it hits 25%. We might take that. Solo is fine. This one I might get assigned. I got a strike of $9 on my Solo, and I'm selling this covered call against my 100 shares. I might get assigned on that. I actually don't care if I have to sell those, so that's fine. I'm gonna let that ride for sure. My ARKG, I'm selling the covered calls. It's up right now. Very nice, very nice. 119 strike, 19th of February. Let's take a look at ARKG. If you don't know ARKG, it is amazing. You should know it. So 119 in 2 weeks. If it continues on this trajectory that it is on, ish. Something like this. The slope is just something like this. Just a quick estimate. So it should hit 116. So if it continues at this trajectory, then it should be around 116. So we would not get assigned. And I'm pretty sure that's the kind of mental math estimating I did when I first went into that position. So that's cool. And let's see how the portfolio is going up more. Thank you, SOXL. I appreciate you for rebounding. I love semiconductors. Thank you, semiconductor people out there. Really, thank you. And THCX. Look at that, negative 600%. That's amazing, huh? So obviously we're not going to be closing that one because I sold a cover call against this for about 45 cents or like $45. And it has gone up so much. If you sell the covered call right now, it's worth more than $300. So that's a negative 600% loss. But we're not actually going to roll that. So that only matters. You're only going to take that loss when you roll it. We're going to let this expire and just sell the 100 shares because this is a covered call, remember. If you guys don't understand covered calls, go to my YouTube channel and check out my videos on covered calls. I usually talk about those because if you're bullish on something and holding 100 shares, this is just an extra way to make money. And there's no reason that you shouldn't be doing it, although I do find that is the most common thing new investors don't understand how to do, which is a pity. It really is. So anyways, but overall my THCX position is up. The 100 shares, that is. So that's cool. My strike is 19 THCX. Where are you? Why are you not here? There you are. Yeah, my strike was $19 and it's already 21. So yeah, I'm gonna get assigned. That's why it's negative 600, but that's okay. So I'll be forced to sell it at $19. So I basically, by doing that, I've limited my upside. And it is what it is. Happens. So overall, it's looking pretty good. We're gonna check back on these often because when the market first opens, it's usually the most volatile. So if it just pumps up to like 100% profit, if we're lucky, then we're gonna go ahead and sell that before it dips back down because we're gonna get out of them We take it while the taking is good, you know. But the MU, keep watching. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and check in on the chat. And get a drink of water. Hold on, guys. All right, we live. I don't know where I should even start. Yeah, I think I'll just start here. I think I want to drop everything and go into MVIS. Maybe not, though. Let me look at that again. No, I mean, it's up so much, though. If you went in it last Friday or a week ago for sure, I'm going to wait for it to pull back. It's almost at my target price already. I mean, you know. But for sure, you can try to catch some FOMO. Try to catch some FOMO. I wouldn't recommend it. There's other things we can do, like the Lee, which I want to check in on actually right now. What's going on with Lee? Lee is one I'm watching closely. Also, DraftKings we need to check in on. So Lee is still just really lagging. I don't know why. I like those cars. I've actually seen them and touched them. I see them almost every day. Those cars are nice. And you know what? I gotta be honest with you about something, guys. The Neo SUVs, when they drive down the street, they sound like a freaking spaceship. They're not quiet. I don't know if I guess you guys don't realize that there's so many Neo fanboys in the West, and I don't really understand that because, like, I expect that 99.9% of all of the Neo fanboys never even touched a Neo before or seen one in real life. So I don't understand that fascination with Neo. It's gone up a lot. It's a pretty nice car. It's not as popular as you think in China. By the way, guys, if you don't know, I lived in China for 10 years. I'm here right now in Shanghai. And so I don't really get the whole fanboydom Neo thing. They legit sound like a spaceship driving down the street. Teslas are quiet, except for the tire noise, which is cool. I don't mind it sounding like a spaceship. It's kind of cool if you want to have a spaceship. But yeah, it doesn't affect my opinion of Neo, but it is they're pretty loud. They're like some really weird, like, electronical noises. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm gonna try to get a video of one with some audio next time I see one. I see the Neos all the time actually, but they're either parked or they're like going by, like driving by me so fast. But anyways, the Lees are nice. The Lees are quiet. Yeah, I like the baby blue. Anyways, I don't know why Lee is lagging behind. Let's just. It's all good though. We're gonna buy it. Let's look into the puts. It's still just hugging on my support. It's interesting. If we sell a put for 4 days out, that could be cool. Can we make some money on this? It's going to cost us $3,000. Well, it's not going to cost us, but we need to have $3,000 in our account, which is no problem. So if you guys have $3,000 cash right now, or whatever we sell the put for. So if we sell the put for, this is calls. If we sell the put for $29, and if it hits $29, we'll be forced to buy 100 shares for $29. So you need $2,900 in your account. Could be interesting if it hits $29, because not only do we get it for $29, but we're about to get paid 44 cents, which I want to actually get paid 50 cents. I'll set the limit. Yep, maybe even higher, because you see what the bid, the ask, and the last is. Yeah, set it for 55. And remember, this is every 4 days we could technically do this. So could be interesting. So we're gonna get it for 29. So actually, if we get 55 cents, our cost basis would be 28.45 for 100 shares of Neo. Is not bad. And this is all depends if it holds on this support, which I think it will. It's still in a bullish super trend. Which no, I really need to get in the habit of locking these things. I always say that. Yeah, so this channel is nice, the parallel channel. I think it's going to do this again. The next EV push, all the EVs go up during EV pushes. Okay, so that was my MU, just got filled at 365. So that was at the 25% profit. Cool. Yep, we're at 25%. And I don't want to go ahead. I'm not going to enter the 50% limit order. Let me just go ahead and check in on these. Anything interesting happening? Apple's going up a little bit. Baba is still lagging behind. The SPE, I actually took a profit of SPE, so I'm gonna wait. Let me pull up my Excel worksheet real quick. I need to double check. It's just easier for me to keep track of this on Excel. Okay, actually the SPE I did not take a profit. I might do that then, 25%. The MU I did though. I sold one for 365. So I just keep track of everything on an Excel. I usually post screenshots of it too. Just more organized for me than just trying to figure out, like, did I sell one already at 25, or should I wait till 50 now, or should I wait till 25? Should I take it at 25 now? Something like that, you know. So where's the SB? Okay, so that's gonna be interesting to take profit at. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. 25%. What is 25% on that? Current is 603, so it was 495. I bought it at times 1.25. 6.18, 6.19. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead and set the limit order. Sell to close. We're gonna only do one limit order. What did I just say? 6.19. Gotta be careful those Webull recommended limit order things. So yeah, let me just double check that. Yeah, I'll take the 25% profit if it hits. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and execute that and get it posted on Twitter. My Range Rover Sport isn't quite either, and I like it like that. Inside it's super quiet, but outside it's basically, yeah, you can't go wrong with a Range Rover Sport. I do like Range Rovers. I almost bought one, but I went with something else. A lot of electrics, they pipe in engine noise via the speakers. I've never seen a Neo in the US. No, they don't have. Neos aren't available in the US unless you import one, which would be cool because I'm actually moving back to the States. And I think I might import one. That would be cool, but don't really want to do that. Prefer a Tesla, to be honest with you, or a Lee. AMC is down. That's too bad. I'm not messing with AMC right now. The meme stocks are too volatile. How do you feel about using max pain theory to play around with weeklies? Holy hell, MVIS up 16%. Yeah, I know. Always sell covered thinking, okay, what profit am I okay with, but ever really had an issue of doubling my strike? Me crying? Yeah, did that order ever execute, I wonder? The server is not responding. Uh-oh. Oof. The limit price increment is not correct. Orders placed with a premium of $3. Oh, it must be in nickel increments. Well, let me go ahead and cancel that. Okay, so I ended up not doing the SPE. Drop back down to 10%. See, guys, you gotta be fast. You gotta be watching this and setting your limit orders. This MU is up 32%. And you know, we could go ahead and set the limit orders up anyways. But let's try the SPE. Close one more time. So one quantity we're going to sell to close, and it's going to be at 6.2 because they wanted in the nicer increments. They won't accept our 6.19. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and place that, and then I'm going to go ahead and get that over on Twitter. Alright, we good on this front. 1 second. SBE. Alright, let's see if that hits. Like I said, I will update this after market closes every day to see what actually hit and what didn't hit. And for that one, I could have done the good till canceled for not just a day, but for until we cancel it. Sorry, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, let's check out what else we got going on. I'm interested in the lead. Let's go ahead and check over on CNC. Concert Pharma is up 2%. It's still $7. I wanted to look at the selling of the puts. Yeah. Check this out. It's better. Now that the markets are open. So if it goes down to 5, that's a little bit steep. I don't think it will go down, actually. But if we pull up our calculator, if we sell it for at the 7.5 strike and we get, and this is a put, confirm, we could get 50 cents. Okay. So that's minus 0.5, so it would be 7. The cost basis would be 7 if we can get that. But the last was $1.38, so maybe we could try to get more out of it. And if we did a $10, we could lower. Let's do this one. It's recommending $2 right now. Calculator, so that's 10 minus 2, that's 8. Yeah, that's not interesting. So we're gonna hold off on that then. It's all good. Okay, check back over to Lee, and then we're gonna check. Okay, not. We could try to sell a put on Lee, but it's not so much. We can. I'm thinking about the 29. To be honest with you, because it's only 4 days till expiration, we could go out. 11 days till expiration, we could get $109. It's $29. I mean, we could always roll it too. You know, this is not very risky, but I'm thinking about it carefully. You know, how's the SBE doing? Kind of missed out on that one. It's okay. It's still positive. You know what? I'm just going to take the shorter one. I'm going to take the 4-day. We're going to do 29. Maybe we can get lucky and buy 100 shares. We're going to go ahead and sell that. Limit order, what we're going to do is 55. Let's see if it hits good for the day. Limit order. Sell put February 12th. Yes. We good. All right. We're in for that one. Go ahead and put this one on my Twitter real quick. Lead sell put 29 strike. Limit order was for 0.55, and this is the February 12th put. Okie dokie. Alright, so we got that one going on. Now let's look at DraftKings. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Looks like we got a nice little crowd here. I am going to answer your questions, I promise. Right now, let me do this trading stuff. And hopefully you guys are trading along. Let me know if you guys are trading along. Also, I got a really nice message from someone today that they did 25% on CCIB, which is really good. And, you know, we'll take those profits. I really congratulate, you know who you are if you're watching. I congratulate you for taking the profits. Because we want to take the profits. We don't want to let it ride. Like my SPE, I waited a little bit and dropped. It was already at 25-30%, I forgot. And I waited because I entered the wrong increment. And I went back down to 8. Now it's at 14, but hey, it is what it is. The Givo is cool. That one's better. Moo is okay. SMH is improved. Apple is not. Baba is not. But that one's longer. That one's July expiration. The SPE is... We called that one. We called that one. Bounce right off of the... my support. Look at that. Beautiful. You know, that doesn't take a genius to draw those lines. I just really go really simple. But yeah, so hopefully this is going to keep shooting up to around $50. I don't know why that's not green. I like my colors to be right. So I don't know why I have this line here. Maybe that was my cut line. Okay. Anyways, pretty much like that. And yeah, I don't want to do anything with this one, but it's up 3.6%, so that's awesome. And how are my ArcGs doing? My ArcGs is doing alright. THCX is just gone up a lot more than my strike, so nothing we can do about that. We're going to get assigned. Alright, it's looking pretty good. The iPod is down, but luckily we took a small position. That was actually my smallest one, because remember, guys, the risk rating that we're doing, that I'm writing about on my analysis. So we have 1 to 5 risk. So if it's at 5 risk, you know, it's my personal recommendation for myself that I'm only going to do the smallest positions for those, and then the bigger positions for the lower the risk is. But that's normal. You know, the riskier the position, you don't YOLO. Simple as that. Is the max loss on selling puts strike premium? The max loss on selling a put is if you get assigned the 100 shares and then they just tank. Yep, because you have to buy them if it hits your strike. Selling puts is really safe. Selling puts and selling calls, like that's actually level 1 options. That's what you technically do with level 1 options. Level 2 is calls and puts, just the traditional that we always think about. And then 3 is the different strategies like the credit spreads, vertical spreads, calendar spreads. And then 4, level 4 is actually writing the naked calls and puts. Which basically is, if it's naked, then that means if we could sell a put, and like for example our Lee put was, we had to have about $2,900 cash in our account just in case we get assigned. But if we sell a naked put, then we don't actually have to have that cash there, or we don't actually have to have the 100 shares. So that's definitely the riskiest thing, because you're going to take a big loss. Because I mean, if the Lee went down to like $10, just imagine, and we didn't actually have those shares, ooh, the loss would be big. You know, because we'd have to pay it. We'd have to pay that loss. Alright, let's see. Congrats on any BTC profit takers. Yes. Well, I took mine. I had a limit order, and you know, it got triggered. Thanks, Elon, I guess. It's pretty good. I took it around 41.5. I had a limit order set because I was looking at it. It was right around the top of this Bollinger. It was a little above it actually, but I think I set it when it was over here. Actually, it was at the top of the Bollinger Band at one point. I don't really use the Bollinger Band very much. I've been in Bitcoin a long time, and you know, it's just a long-term game. It's just long-term. Try to trade it, but oh man, it's just hard day trading it. I would recommend staying away from that, because you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to just waste your money, in my opinion. And me too. I would too. That is a lot easier said than done. A lot harder said than done. One of those. Sold a February 12th, 29 put on lead for. Okay, nice. You are following along. Appreciate that. How to do IELTS. Thank you for following. Make sure you follow my Twitter. If you aren't already, turn on the notifications, because if you can't make a live stream, and if we don't do this, I'm not really planning on doing this every day, but we'll see. It's kind of fun. And then we will post these trades on Twitter like you hear I'm talking about, so you know what I'm trading and stuff like that. But so I appreciate you guys. And also go ahead and give this a like. Man, I appreciate this. I'm not making any money out of this, but I enjoy it. I would be doing this even if I wasn't live streaming, so it's cool. It really is. So go ahead and give me a like and a follow. It really helps me out. I need to get up to, my goal is 1,000 followers, which at the rate of growth that we're experiencing over the past week, I think it's going to be fast. So you guys are here early. I do as much as I can in a Roth for that reason. Only $6 a year also. IRAs, huh? DKNG is down. Oof. There we go. Sure is. Look at that. Nice. You see, guys, patience pays off. The early bird doesn't get the worm. If you think about it like that. We wait. See, that's my advice. Think about it before the market opens. Think about it beforehand. Do your due diligence. Make your trends. Make your buy zones of just hypothetical price points where you would like to buy it for, and wait. If you miss it, you miss it. It's interesting. Right on top of my buy zone. I was trying to buy for $61 or less. I might do the... This can be interesting. Selling a put here too, because I want to get it cheaper, so I might as well just lower my cost basis if it goes down further. 61, I could sell a put. This is 4 days. I mean, overall, this is going to go to $100, I believe. So this could be a good chance. And this is the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could look at the news on this. See, Webull is really nice. It has all the news in one spot here. And also the analysts. Yeah, look at this. $100, people are saying. That's the most. We're saying $100. Buy, strong buy, hold. I mean, we don't know who those people are. So take it with a grain of salt. It just gives you an idea of basically what the consensus is. You know what I mean? But I wonder if there's anything news. DraftKings, this is 20 hours ago. DraftKings stock jumps on expanded NFL partnership. Is it a buy? Yeah, it's a buy if it goes into our buy zone. That's what I think. So let's keep watching that. The $60 put could be interesting because it would be in our buy zone. Although there's a risk of it going further down to the support, which this pump is probably from the Super Bowl, guys, the lead up to it. Yep. Might change the target price. But if we sell the put, it can be interesting, but it can go down further though. That's the risk with selling the puts. But you lowered your cost basis so you have some wiggle room. For example, if we sell the put at 60, we get $1.08 back. So actually our cost basis is actually 59. So it goes down a little bit. But if we had the 100 shares and we sell a covered call, let's just say month out. Yep, we're start talking about $400 something here, $500, $400. But I mean, if we don't want to sell them, then we should probably go out a little bit more. 300 still, 200, almost 300. And that's with a down day. So just imagine if these aren't all negative. Just imagine what that would be. Be a lot more. So can be interesting, but even if it was $500, that's 8%. It's not bad. We could lower our cost basis by about 8% if we could get a $500. But if we sold the put first, then it would lower our cost basis selling the put. Once we get assigned, lower it again selling the call, so it would be even lower. I mean, basically, just think about it as getting discounts. We're getting paid to buy it for selling the puts. So, yeah. This one's interesting. We're gonna watch it. This one. We're gonna watch and see if we're gonna watch it fall into the buy zone. Appreciate you guys. Michael, thank you for letting me know. There's so many to be watching. BTC is 43 right now. Yeah, crypto is hard to day trade. I have a ticker I would like to know if I should hold still or not. It's Riot. It's up 20% today. My total return is 452. I mean, if it's up 22%, then put a limit order in for 25 because I always recommend selling at 25.50. 25.50 and oh, is Bitcoin pumping? Hold on. I don't know. Hold on, let me go to Twitter real quick. Check in on Snoop Doggy Dogg. No, maybe he's just trying to pump Doge or something. This is crazy stuff. Like all of these dudes are in the crypto now. I think they're just bored during Corona or something. But Snoop Doge, yeah, legit. That was yesterday he posted that. And tagged Elon Musk. Interesting times we're living in, guys. So anyways, I would sell at 25%, 50%, 100%, pretty much like that. Hey man, looking to try more weeklies on buying calls, experimenting, so only a few contracts. Do you actually buy call weeklies or play longer? No, I do weeklies sometimes, but those are the most risky, so not all the time, but sometimes. It just depends, for sure. I mean, it's more risky, so just think about it, but they're the cheapest ones too, so I would just take a smaller position then, because if you lose, I mean, every single day it's worth less money. It will lose intrinsic value every single day. So just be careful on that. How do I create the buy target price zones? I do fundamental analysis, a lot of it, and mostly 90% fundamental analysis, and then I just do 10% technical analysis and try to find the better entries for the technical analysis, and the fundamental would be the target, and then the technical analysis would be more of an entry price. And taking profits, for options, I just do 25, 50, 100% because that's going to be the most guaranteed type of, thing we can do for taking profits. Don't be the guy that's got up 200-300% and then it crashes, tomorrow, and then it's negative 200-300%. That's not gonna feel good. So and I've been in that position, so I always take it at 25, 50, and 100%. I don't care what else is going on. Now, if I'm holding common stock, so it'll be different, but I can hold it until, because I'm not working against a clock. It's not decaying when I'm holding the common stock. Gemini Exchange crashing. I'm not surprised. Binance was down earlier. What do you think about PSTH? Okay, let me check it out. PSTH. Pershing. Okay, so I have this one saved on my Webull. And somebody refresh my memory here. I have it saved though. Well, it's up a decent amount. I need to check the news on this. Let me check this out. Merger anticipation could drive Ackman's Pershing Square Tontine higher. The resurgence of special purpose acquisition companies, the SPACs. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, Bill Ackman is the manager. He's a well-known hedge fund manager and a billionaire. For sure, for sure. So, people are going to follow him. So what are they rumored to merge with? Did they not have a target? It says... Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that one is interesting. I have it saved on my Webull, and it is up decent amount in a week. That would have been a nice buy down here. I would have to wait for it to pull back because there's no rumor of it merging, right? BTC mining. Oh, okay. You're not taking my advice. I see there the riot one. Yeah. Okay. Look, my take on the BTC mining or the crypto mining stocks is don't buy into them. Buy the cryptocurrency. So invest in Bitcoin. Just buy Bitcoin or buy ETH or whatever. Why? Because I'll tell you. I used to be in the mining business for cryptocurrency. And let me go over the two scenarios that's going to happen if Bitcoin crashes or if the entire crypto market crashes. What's going to happen is if you're holding Bitcoin, your Bitcoin price goes down and you're still holding your Bitcoin and wait for it to go back up. If you invested in these stocks, the mining stocks, these companies overnight, all of their ASIC machines or whatever machines they're using to mine the currency, they can become all unprofitable. And it's a really tough business. I was in it. And so they might have to turn all the machines off and they're totally unprofitable. They're constantly going to have to invest a lot of money into upgrading their machines because it can't keep up with the difficulty, which will always rise. Because everybody, especially if Bitcoin is right now is 44,000, everybody's going to want to mine Bitcoin. So people buy more machines, people start companies, and overall more people are mining. So the difficulty is going to go up. What that means is the miners are going to get less Bitcoin. Unless they just invest a bunch more capital to chase the hash, to keep up with the difficulty. So it's a never-ending game if Bitcoin is high, just to keep up with the difficulty because everybody's going to want to mine it. And then on the vice versa, if Bitcoin crashes to 3,000, they're not going to be profitable at all, and a lot of companies will possibly go bankrupt. That's what I'm worried about. I don't know what kind of plan of actions these companies have, but I can tell you I was in it during the 2017 crash, and it was not a fun thing to be in. So I would be careful with that, but yeah. Of course, Bitcoin is up, they're going to go up, but I just think, like, why don't you just have the Bitcoin? That's just my opinion, guys. Yep, the Bill Ackman SPAC. Bill Ackman SPAC. Is it worth taking profit at 25, 50, 7,500 and rolling it? Like if I have BB 319 8 call that's up 400%, but I feel confident about BB and want to continue investing, is it worth rolling it out again? You mean Sahil Ashar, you mean you want to take the profit of 400% and then buy another call later out? Yeah, I mean, lock the profits in. For sure, I would lock the profits in. Consider something else as well. Take your money and diversify into something else. You can roll it out with the initial investment you put in. Like if you put $100 into BB initially, now you have up 400%, so you have $400. So yeah, liquidate it. Take the 100 and put back 100 into another BB call way out or whatever you decide, and then take the 300 and diversify it into other things. That's what I would do. Yeah, just a bunch of speculation. So if we're gonna make a play on the Pershing, the Bill Ackman SPAC, very interesting, but not for me because unless it's down here at 26. This was a good one. I need to write this one down. Do the report, officially add it to the watch list. Very good recommendation. PSTH. Yep. So, yeah. Alright, let me go ahead and check in on my positions here. Nothing going on. Nothing going on today. But we got in the orders. We had the SPE. We're going to sell it. And one contract only. And we're going to selling the put on a lead contract. We need to check in on DraftKings. Actually, because... Okay. This one is interesting, for sure. Let's keep watching it. No rush here. But it might bounce off the top of my buy zone. I've actually seen that a couple times. Anything can happen. Overall, I'm up almost 3%, so it's going good. As far as my positions, yeah. ARCG's SMH call today is up a lot. Totally is still negative, but it's okay. The GVO for sure. Soxol is my best one, thank God. ARCG for sure. Tesla is up a little bit. Yeah, that reminds me. Can we sell Tesla covered calls? I guess. I don't have any right now. I have the 100 of Tesla, okay. Let me look into this really quick. First, I'll catch up on the chat if I can. Yeah, I would probably get out of the mining ones. I don't like those. You know, I could be totally wrong. It's just my opinion. I prefer to hold the crypto than the mining because I know from my experience, once Bitcoin crashes, the companies are bleeding money because of the electricity and should they keep the machines on, turn them off, and it's just a huge headache. There's huge overhead with those, so I wouldn't do it. I don't like those companies. I mean, I like those companies. Somebody got to mine the Bitcoin, but I don't want to invest in them personally. Can I speak more about CNCE? Yep. Give me a second. Fundamental technical analysis and how to the conclusions that you made. Okay, I will do that. Please stay tuned. How long does it usually take you to do your fundamental analysis on a stock of interest? I mean, the reports, like usually I do those in the Journey to a Million write-up on my website, prostockedvice.com. Link in the description. Usually it takes me 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. But I'm already thinking about doing the fundamental analysis. But I mean, like I'm reading on my phone in free time, looking for these stocks in the first place. But once I find them and I have a basic idea, then I sit down and draw everything out in my head and take my notes and write up the analysis. But overall, I'm working quite a lot There's a decent amount of time to be put in if we're doing options. If you're just holding common stock, it doesn't matter. You can just sit back and relax. But options is more. You need more time to do it. That's a good question, though. Yeah, cashing in 1 or 2 of your positions at profit. I mean, that's totally what I would recommend doing. Once you're making money, like for sure, sell away. Any thoughts on MLSS? We can go over that. If Bitcoin crashed, the mining companies crash even harder. That is absolutely true because, yes, like if I'm holding Bitcoin and it crashes, I still have an asset of a Bitcoin that is worth money, no matter what price it crashes to, because it's not going to crash to 0, guys. Stop talking like that. I think we're past that point. But so at least it still has some sort of value. But these, the mining machines, dude, if they're not making money, if they're not profitable, if you turn them on and connect them to electricity, and they're not profitable, the actual value of the hardware is not going to be very much because nobody's going to want them. You just sell them for scrap parts. Take it from me. I wouldn't do that. I see a lot of people talking about those stocks right now. And it's like, why? Just buy the Bitcoin. I don't get it. I mean, is it because you can do options? You can make a lot of money? You like leverage yourself? Why? Maybe it's that, actually, now that I think about it. But Bitcoin, you can actually do options. I don't know if you guys know, you can literally do Bitcoin options on some of the newer exchanges right now. I looked into it. I'm actually thinking about it, to be honest with you. Alright, first thing is first, let me take a look at these Tesla. I want to sell a calls on Tesla. 4 days, can get in and out. Safe to say, maybe $900. Oof, not a bad premium. 4 days. Expires the 12th of February. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's this Friday, obviously. So by Friday, if I sell this is a call. If I sell the call, I will get a credit. It is suggesting 1065. Yeah. Interesting. So this could be interesting. Sell the 905 maybe. Sell the 905 for about, so I can get a credit of $1,000. It's cool. Do I think it's going to hit 905 in 4 days? It's possible. No, that's the thing. I don't want to get assigned on the Tesla. Usually I don't care if I get assigned or not, but I don't want to sell the Tesla ones. Let's do 930. The break even is what? 7%? Is that right? Yeah. That's not much. 4 days? Yeah. 7% divided by 4 days is like 1.75 per day. It's already 1.8 today. I would say that's unlikely, but it's possible. It would be possible. I would have to roll it. I had to roll it last time. But money is money. So we're going to do it. Although we're going to go ahead and set it for a little bit higher. Because we want a little bit extra money. Alright, so make sure this is the call. Tesla, 12th of February. We're going to get paid $550 if this hits. Sell 1 quantity, limit order. Place it. Now let me go ahead and screenshot this order. 550. Let me think about that one more time. I think it's going to hit easily. Maybe we should even do more. Maybe we do 620. We're gonna do it. Alright, just put that in. Nope, let me go head on over to Twitter. Sell covered call. Strike of, it was 9:30. At 6 point, I think it was 2 was my order. Yep. Oh, and it was a 4-day to expiration. We good? We good? Hey guys, check out my new YouTube videos that I just posted. I posted a couple this weekend, so I'd appreciate if you guys watch those and give it a like. That would really help out the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. We're trying to grow this channel. But I really appreciate you guys overall. Okay, let me catch up on this chat. Good for you for cashing out. Yeah, Bitcoin options is sketchy. I know, but man, the thing is though, if you just throw a couple grand on it, knowing options, we could, and knowing what, I mean, if you threw a couple of grand on it like a month ago, 2 months ago for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months to expiration, you'd probably be up like 10,000% right now. That's the thing. So this can be worth it. But man, I really want to make some buys on this Fresh Weeble account, but not sure what to get for sure. Yeah, lucrative as hell for sure. I mean, that's the thing, but if you just did like, if you're okay with losing $500, you know, whatever, it's just, that's just gambling because Bitcoin is so volatile. I really don't think options is gambling. YOLOing on meme stocks is gambling. Possibly Bitcoin options is gambling. But speaking of gambling, we need to check in on these DraftKings. Still the same. Yep. That's awesome, guys. And if you are not a member of the Discord, go ahead and check that out. Go ahead and join our Discord. It's really a nice Discord. Shout out to Sky in the chat right now. He's the mod and he put it together for us. It's a really nice community. We can get together and hang out. And of course, we have a VIP section there for all of you guys right now. It's unlocked. It's just for my OGs to go there and ask questions. And the VIP section of the Discord is my priority every day when I wake up. And all throughout the day, I have it on my phone to answer your questions. That's going to be my priority. I answer it first before anything else. And I try to answer all the questions I get from Reddit for the people that are joining me from Reddit or joining us from Reddit. You probably know, I probably talked to you there. And, you know, it's just a lot of people coming over so far to my Twitter and the website prostockadvice.com, which is really, we're just growing really fast. So this is awesome. I appreciate you guys. But there's a lot of questions, so make sure to join the Discord and ask your important questions in the VIP section, and I will make sure I answer all of those for you guys. And yeah, so far we're not monetizing anything, so all of this is free. So if you are making money on some of my recommendations or on the watch list, or you just appreciate in general, feel free to leave me a tip. And at the top left, I think it's over there or over there, I don't even know, but it's the tip jar details also in the chat. Go down there, check it out. Don't give me too much, guys. I don't deserve so much right now, but if you're making a bunch of money, go ahead and give me some. I do appreciate that, of course. And the one last thing I wanted to plug was I do one-on-ones. If you have no idea when I'm talking about selling covered calls or running the triple income strategy. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I do one-on-one coaching. So go ahead and email me or hit me up on Twitter or something, and we can schedule a session. So I do appreciate that. All right, let me catch up on this chat. GBTC for Bitcoin exposure. I don't believe Ethereum has the possibility to overtake Bitcoin in terms of price and adoption in the long term. I don't believe that. It's cool if it does, but actually Ethereum kind of sucks because the gas fees are just ridiculous. Like, they need to fix it. I don't know if they're going to fix it. They keep saying they're going to fix it, but you know, just to send the ERC20, it's just super expensive. So, I mean, it's just not realistic. But if they can get that straightened up, then the sky's the limit. But it's been expensive for a while, so I don't know. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's still, ETH and Bitcoin is still are the ones to be in. And apparently Doge. What interesting times we live in. Yep. I mean, ETH is good, but Bitcoin serves no real purpose, and it's not a really good store of value, or at least it hasn't been in the past, because it's crashed to 3,000, 4,000 a few times. So I mean, that's not really a good store of value if you think about it, but it's a good alternative investment. You know, I would highly recommend allocating some money to buying Bitcoin. And it's a good time to be in Bitcoin these days, my friends. I've been in Bitcoin since 2011, and I had one of the first cryptocurrency hedge funds in China when it was popping off here. So it's all good stuff. All good stuff. But yeah, I always recommend keep a little bit in Bitcoin and ETH. I've taken a bunch of profit on Bitcoin, but still good. I mean, actually, speaking of that, I took some today. And I'm just going to wait for it to pull back. It's touching up to 44 here. That's cool. And by the way, I wouldn't buy Bitcoin on these brokers. I really like Webull, and any different broker that offers Bitcoin is really cool, but you don't actually own the Bitcoin. So don't do that. Go to a different broker like Coinbase or Gemini or anything, Binance US or something like that. By the way, yes sir, Nathan, DraftKings is almost in the buy zone. I'm watching it. Is the entry price on the watch list referring to options or long stocks? Long stocks. But once it hits, it's the common stock. Once it hits the entry or into the buy zone, like let me go ahead and pull up an example here on one that we are watching, DraftKings, which is almost, oof, so close. It's almost in our buy zone. Look at that. It's coming, guys. I had a feeling that we shouldn't get into it yet because of the Super Bowl hype. All of this right here, that was like, oh, the Super Bowl is this week. Probably a lot of people are going to bet we should buy DraftKings stock. So that was just the run up to the Super Bowl hype, the rumors or whatever. And then here is when actually reality hits. Maybe as many people didn't watch the Super Bowl as they were expecting, or who knows. Or just people are taking profits. If there's any news, we can find it though. It could be interesting to look at. Nothing recent. Nothing is recent. It's all good. It's all good. Probably people just taking profits. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's why you guys got to be careful on some of these things running up to earnings day, whatever it's called, and any type of rumor situations like these. I typically stay away from those unless I'm just already in the position long term. So yeah, DraftKings is coming up. So to answer your question about is it common stock or options, so we are going to wait for the common stock to dip into our buy zone, and then we would look into options. So I'm actually thinking about selling a put here. I mean, it could make some money selling the put. Also could be more lucrative just to get a call. Let me go ahead and reference my watch list. Like I said, guys, I literally use this for notes because there's just so many. So it's really good. I think it's a good reference. Okay, so I put the time frame 6 to 10 months, risk is 3, so I'm going in on this one for sure. I want to get the calls. The only question I have is DraftKings going to pull back through deep into my buy zone and hit this support? If it does hit this support, I mean, we're going to buy, obviously, but it's just timing the entry, which long term is not all that important because we're going to average down. But if we're going in for call options, we're going to want to leap more than 1 year's leap. And so what was my price target? $100, yeah, that's right. So we go out at $100. We don't want to do that far. I think maybe an 80. We could. It's a little riskier. The delta is a 47. Delta is how much exposure we get, so that's the exposure to 47 stocks, like common stocks. And we could try a 40. Is an 83, 35. Strike is 87 delta. Those are a little bit expensive, $2,700, $3,300 per contract, and versus the 80 is like $1,000. We could get one of each. Implied volatility. Oh no, I'm thinking about it. Because our break even, if we did the 80, our break even would be $90 or something. $90.40. Of course, we would set the limit order lower. It's down 4% today. That's awesome. Interested. Also, we could wait till tomorrow to see what's going on. All we need to do is to get 48% in a year. It's possible. Break even is $90. So it's up around here. I don't know where my line went. It's legit. Oh, is that $100? Yep. So $100, but our break even would be 90. It's going to take some time. The slope is not. If we continue, if we pull out this slope, let's go over to a week. So it intersects right here, and that is September 13th, 2021. Write it down, guys. Write it down, though. If it continues at the same slope, but it's not going to. You know, it could, but it's probably not going to. That's just a reference of how you can gauge entries, exits. You know, that's what the TA is for. That is what technical analysis is for, in my opinion, is to gauge entries and exits. That's it. So, anyways, I'm thinking about it. Let's watch it another 15-20 minutes and we'll decide. Not much else to do today, I think. Let's see if we can get any discounts. These are my positions. Let's go to all. AMC is tanking. GameStop is tanking. Wow. DKNG. Workhorse. Yeah, I thought Workhorse was going to pull back to my iPod is down. Poor iPod. Might be time to dollar cost average that one. Nah. Not going to do that. And Workhorse, let's look at that. This one's interesting, but it's not that interesting. It already hit my target. I want to buy it back here. I want to pull back on this parallel channel because that's actually a clear pathway it's taking. And it somewhat has pulled down back before. But we'll see. It really is going to need to pull back a lot for me to maybe down here. Not interesting for me. Jingdong.com. Not interesting. Ford, because they have the electric vehicles. I have some Ford stock because I got some Ford stock for free from Webull. Which, if you guys don't have a Webull, go ahead and find the link in the description and we can trade together. We can trade on the same broker with the same UI. I think it's just neat that we can do that. And share screens and screenshots and live stream and stuff like that is cool. But I will be using Webull. Although, real quick, I wanted to tell you guys that I'm looking into the exchange of Moomoo.com because they have access to the Chinese and the Hong Kong stocks. So this could be a really interesting opportunity for us because I have access to a lot of research available because I'm actually there. So this could be really interesting. So I've actually talked to the marketing team and see if I can work something out for us. So hopefully they get back to me and maybe we can get a good deal or something if we move over to Moomoo, or at least part-time, maybe half-half or something like that. I don't know. I need to test it first. I haven't tested the exchange, so I'm going to test it and I'm going to get back to you guys. But if anybody's ever used it, let me know. And by the way, that is actually a good point. Is their stock is Futu Holdings. It's up a lot too. And this is the parent company of Moomoo.com, which is the exchange I'm talking about. Is this one on my watch list? Yes. This one is really interesting too. This one was in the news recently. But anyways, let's go back to Ford. It's down today, so maybe we can get a discount. I'm going to wait though, for sure. I wonder if I could sell a put at $10. How is that looking? Nothing. I'm not going to make anything. Alright, so forget that then. You can buy shares though. Won't be so bad. Amazon is down. That was just up a lot. And looks like Lee's pulling back up. I think Facebook could be interesting for leaps. The lemonade is really nice. Apple. Okay, Apple's going up a little bit. It's recovering a little bit. Okay, that's good news. And then the lemonade, I wanted to look at Facebook actually. It's in bull trend right now, in the super trend. Let me look at leaps really quick on this Facebook. And remember guys, you can do a credit spread or a vertical spread to get cheaper positions. So 267, I mean, to deepen the money, I think I probably would do on Facebook. Get the high delta, probably $200. Or maybe even 190, get an 85 delta. 90 delta is 170. Tempting, but oof, that's expensive. $10,000 for that position. That's why if you guys don't want to put $10,000 in one position, which I don't want to either, then do some credit spreads. Could be interesting. You know what? Let's do it. It's a vertical spread. Okay, so let's make sure we got this right. And let me know if you don't know what these are. And I made a video on it, so go on my YouTube and check out the video that explains the vertical spreads. Yeah, Apple is jumping up. Did my lead put sell? No, they did not. Let me check it. I don't think so though. My orders, nope. These are working orders. They did not. My Tesla is still open. My Lee is still open. My SPE is still open. I might need to readjust that, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer. You never know. And if they miss, they miss. I don't mind. Because I'm holding long term. Like I'm up 3% today. I don't really mind so much, but I'm going to try to get good prices on these options. Especially for selling the puts and stuff like that. So, what was I doing? Yes, Facebook options. So let's do the vertical spread. If you guys don't know what that is, we are about to do one. This is really just going to get us a cheap position, so hope you guys pay attention and understand it. So basically, I'm not going to do in the money for this. I'm going to do out of the money. I'm going to do but not very far out of the money. A 280, 290. You know what? Let's look at in the money though. Should we? Yes. 200, 205. Alright, so this is what it looks like, guys. This is the vertical spread on Facebook, 202, 205. Let's look at the graph. So the max profit is going to be $110 for this one contract. $110, and then down here is 320. Let's double check this. 390, sorry. Okay, let me go back over here. Yep. Interesting. And let's check this one. 280 and then 290. So this is going to be more interesting. The max loss is 418 because that's how much this contract is going to cost, and the max profit is 582. Versus if you do in the money on the vertical spread, it's going to cost us 362. So the max loss is going to be 362, but the max profit is going to be 138 because it's already past our strike. So that doesn't make as much sense, as you can see. But really, the deep in the money though, if it's just calls, just leaps, normal leaps, you can make a lot of money on it, and you get exposure to a lot of Facebook shares. So it has its ups and downs, but we're gonna go ahead and do this. So go over to the graph on the. No, I want to do this one. Okay, it's a 280, 290, right? Yep. And then I'm gonna change the width. So basically, I'm buying the 290. Facebook at 290, and I'm selling the call for Facebook at 310, and I can change the width. So now it's buy for 290, sell for 320. I kind of want to do a 50 width because then that increases my max profit to $3,500, and max loss is only $1,400, which is only how much this cost me. So that's cool. So instead of spending like $5,000, $10,000 on one position just to call, we can buy the call and sell a call, and this is a vertical spread. So the break-even price is going to be around 305. Is that right? Yep, it is. Yep, 305, 306. Yep. That's right, because 290 plus how much it costs. And this is going to cost us $14. So to check the break-even price, this is 290 plus our 14.65. 304.65 would be our break-even price. And I don't think it actually tells us what the break-even price is over here because this is spread. But this one is interesting. I'm thinking about doing it. You know, and if you want to get even cheaper than $1,400, then what you would do is you go over to the graph and then you would adjust the width down, which is basically buying the call at 290 and selling it at 340. I remember when I was on Robinhood, you just do it manually, so you don't have to adjust the width. You just click buy this call, click sell this call. But on Webull, it's nice like this. Okay, and the strike is 290, 340. Seems interesting for me. So it's overall it's cheaper. I might buy a couple contracts with this January. Yeah, I like this. Let's go ahead and get 2 contracts. I think this. Let me go ahead and do the chart again. It's flat though. That's a thing. I don't really want to get this right now, to be honest with you. I mean, to break even, we're going to need it to go to 305. We're not going to be making money on this for a while. But that, I mean, that's it. If it expires, we can always sell it earlier. If it bounces up to the 304 levels here. It's not bad because it's here. It's at the top of this little peak. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's all in Weeble. DKNG below 61. I mean, I might even just do the vertical spread on DKNG because Facebook is just so sideways. But it could break out. I never really liked Facebook anyways, dude. Forget about that. Think about it. Keep thinking about it. But this super trend from here to here, the decay would have killed us on the options. We could get another Apple position, DKNG. It's close. Let's see what else is interesting on sale right now. Apple's still on sale. I mean, it's interesting. Maybe even Microsoft. Those could be interesting to do some really long term because Apple's not going anywhere. Decisions. How about some ETFs? Everything is up. I like Apple. I mean, what else we got? Let me refer to the watch list. PayPal we could try. Lemonade, it's good, but I wouldn't put so much money into it. We're looking for a nice, tasty position and chunky position right now. Could do another semiconductor. Disney, Tesla could be interesting too, though, but I have too much exposure to Tesla, I cannot. Apple seems like the one, or maybe even Facebook, but I'm feeling Apple though, to be honest with you, just because it's a little bit cheaper right now. Let's do an Apple spread. Okay, this one we're gonna do. It's above my buy zone, but it's hugging on this, and it's down overall. My target was 150, but I think it's gonna reach 180 easily. So let's get into this vertical spread business. Let's go out 340 days till expiration. And let's do out of the money on the vertical spread. I want to do probably about 150. These are going to be cheaper. Well, we're going to adjust the width. So, I mean, if we didn't adjust, if the width is only 5, then it's only cost us $160. And this is a leap. I mean, technically it's a vertical spread, but it's 1 year out. And on this, the max profit would be 340, and your max loss is only 160 put into it. So we're going to adjust the width actually. Hey, my Weeble is acting up. Why can't I adjust it? Oh, I want to buy it. Huh, that's weird. What am I doing wrong? Well, I cannot adjust that for some reason. Interesting. Well, that's not interesting for me. I mean, we could just do a bunch of. It doesn't really matter. We don't have to do it. We could, for example, instead of just getting 1, we could get 100, and then that would cost us $16,000 instead of $160. I mean, there's other ways we could do to increase the exposure if I wanted to. But that's interesting. I don't know why. I need to look into that, because if I cannot increase the width, then that's not as interesting. Anyways, I don't want to do that. I'm probably gonna do 10 though, or maybe even 8. There's a $1,200 position. It's interesting. Well, let's look at the graph one last time. We are going to buy for 150. Our max loss is 1280 because that's how much it costs us. Our max gain is 2720, and that is if Apple gets up to right around $154. We would have our $155 actually, because that's we're selling the call at $155. That would be our max profit. I think that's very possible because that is right around my. How about this one? That was 150 exact, and that's right around my target. So I think I'm actually going to do the 145, 150. I don't know why I cannot change this. Well, nevertheless, we're going to go ahead and go in with 8. We're going to buy 8, 178. I don't want to buy at 178. I'm a buyer at. I'm going to just go ahead and do 170 on that because I want to get the position. You know what? I just do 160 because that's the bid price. So I'm going to do 160 on this. I'm going to get 8 contracts. That's a $1,280 position. Going to cancel after today. Graph is looking fine. That's what I want. Break even is going to be 146. Around there. Alright, this looks good. We're going to place that. Alright, this one is going to be more complicated to post on Twitter. This is going to be an Apple Vert credit spread. This ellipse. It's going to be the 145 and the 150. And it's going to be at, what do we pay? 160. And it is next January expiring, right? Yep, January 22. There we go. Okay, well we got that going. All right. CashApp on the chat. Okay, we got that in. Hopefully that triggers. Thanks for joining again, guys. I appreciate that. I'm probably gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Not much else going on right now. I mean, we're just going to be watching positions really, and pretty much going to be it. But hey, we got this one in the. Let's go ahead and look at this. The working orders. We have the vert spread on the Apple. That is hopefully going to trigger selling the Tesla covered call, selling a lead put. And hopefully that also triggers. That would be good. And then the SPE, we're trying to take profit, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Well, let's go ahead and review these positions one more time. Really, nothing is so urgent. We have some expiring at the end of not this week, but the next week. So the MU is doing all right. SMH has gone in a lot better. Apple is not. It went up about 7-8%. Our position did, so it has improved, so that's good. And then the BABA is not doing anything. SPE doesn't look like it's going to hit today. We're a little bit too late on that, but that's okay. That doesn't expire until March, so we have plenty of time. And then these are the covered calls I don't want to do anything with. All right, that looks pretty good. So hopefully those hit, and I will be posting a recap when the market closes today about everything that hits and what doesn't hit, so you guys will know. So go ahead, make sure to follow me on Twitter, and you will know what hits and what doesn't hit. And hopefully we're going to make some money. Well, so far it's looking good. The markets are up. I thought that it would go up this week because last week was a little bit flat, so for sure. But again, I appreciate you guys. Let me go through the chat. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate you. Got some sleep. Yeah, man. It is a little bit late, but that's cool. We got a trade. Yours, yeah, can't adjust the width. I don't know, man. That's kind of weird. That's one thing I like about Robinhood is it's almost like you write your own. Like, you just buy this one and sell this one, and then it automatically recognizes that this is a vertical spread or a credit spread. So that's cool. I try to follow your vert spread on Apple, but apparently I can't do it with my current account level. Yes, there we go. You need level 3. But go ahead and apply for that on Webull. They're super quick. That's what I like about Webull, is their customer service is super quick. Seriously. And if you guys don't believe me, I will legit show you, because I see some people complaining about Webull customer service is like so slow and doesn't respond. Like, no, that's Robinhood. Webull is much better. And I'm not affiliated with Webull or anything like that. But, you know, and I'll be checking out Moomoo too. Like I said, I checked it out briefly today. I'm a little disappointed with their desktop software, but their app is nice. They have free level 2 quotes, which is something that not many have. So we're gonna check it out, and they have the Chinese and Hong Kong stocks. Yeah, level 2 is just for, okay, so level 1 options is selling covered calls and selling puts, because those are the safest things. Level 2 is buying calls and buying puts. So those are just the traditional bull call that we think of. Level 3 is where you do the different strategies like vertical spreads, straddles, iron condors, things like that. And then level 4 is selling naked. It's like writing the naked calls and selling the naked calls and selling the naked puts. So basically, it's like a cash covered put, but a naked selling a naked put is like there's no cash to cover it, or no stock, no 100 shares to cover the call. So that's risky, obviously, and that's why it's level 4. But anyways, pretty much like that. But yeah, go ahead and apply for that. There's no rush on that Apple one. It's not going to move very much. Yeah, you just go apply again to get level 3. And I had to do that, so let me show you guys. I was on the Webull. I don't know if you guys can see this, because I think I might have to pull up another window. Let me check. Nope. But anyways, I was in the little chat box. If you go down to the bottom left right here is the contact us. You go ahead and hit that, and you can send them a message and stuff. But it's really fast. You need a margin account? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I support margin trading. I'm using some margin right now too. About $30,000 of margin. And man, they gave me a lot of margin. Yeah, I could buy more than 800,000, which I'm not going to do that. I have self-control. I'm not gonna buy 800,000 on a margin. But at one point, I was up to like 200 something thousand on margin back on Robinhood. But I had the cash to back it up, so not really so risky and stuff. As long as you can deposit the money, it's all good. But yeah, I mean, there's other things we can use the money for. Investing in other things, so can borrow a little bit. It's just like getting a mortgage. People borrow money sometimes. So I mean, obviously it's different and it's riskier for sure, but everything has risks. So just use your own brain and think about it. Don't get more margin than you can. And if you don't have any self-control, then you can message Webull and they can adjust the margin for you. Like, you can just tell them like, hey, I only want a maximum of $10,000 in margin, and they'll set you for $10,000 maximum. So it doesn't matter. But I have self-control, so I'm not even gonna mess with that. Interesting. It requires margin account for options 3. Guess it's more volatile, risky. That is interesting. I did not know that because I already had the margin account. Very interesting. Well, you can go ahead and apply for one, although you can't trade for like a week. Webull is a little bit slow, guys, for getting a margin account, which is unfortunate. Robinhood is literally a click of a button, but then again, that's probably why they're going to get in trouble. Too risky. I did not know that, actually. That's interesting, though. Because I wanted a margin account anyways, because I just want to get a little bit of margin going sometimes. I'm not going to do anything crazy, though. But if I see a position, I don't want to worry about, like, oh, man, I need to transfer this money over and then take, like, 3, 4, 5 days. You know what I mean? I don't really want to have that in the back of my head if I can get a position or not, so I just have a margin account. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. You can get a margin account, and then you don't have to actually use the margin because you could message them and be like, "Hey, I don't want to use margin" or something like that. But that's weird. I mean, I would message them and see what's up with that, because that seems kind of weird. Anyways, nice. One of my friends just found a typo on my on my thingy, on my blog today. That's nice. Hey, if you guys ever find those, then hit me up. Hit me up and I'll correct that. I'm doing these sometimes I'm trying to do these as fast as I can, just to pump them out, you know what I mean? It was in the Eli. Callaway is a company that produces gold products, such as clubs. Shouldn't be gold. It should be golf. Thank you. If you're watching right now, appreciate that. Appreciate that fix, that catch. Yeah. For sure, yeah. I mean, about the margin and stuff, like, I would recommend that just because. Like, why not? But you just have to have self-control. I mean, think about it. If you can borrow $10,000 at 5% on the margin, but then you can invest it into a dividend stock that pays 7%. So that's going to be 2% of free money, essentially. I mean, obviously, you got to be careful if this stock is going down, but if you think it's going to go down, don't get it. But sometimes, who knows, you know? But for me, I usually get into positions I really believe they're going to go up, or if it's if I'm shorting it or buying a put, I really believe they're going to go down because of the fundamental analysis that I've done. But obviously, sometimes you're wrong. That's just going to happen. But cannot predict the future. But yeah, I mean, so if you're getting into these positions, I wouldn't say it's so risky. I mean, there's so many more risky things that we can do right now that I can think of, including Bitcoin options. But, you know, just a little bit of money on margin, there's nothing wrong with it. What do you believe you're going to do about the current iPod? I mean, I feel like somebody asked me that. I'm not worried about it. If you have this right now and you're not really happy about it, you can roll it. But I'm not worried about it. Like, for me, I put the risk at the level 5, so let's see, orders, positions. Well, let me just pull both of these up so it's clear. Here it is. Yeah, it's down 32%. We bought it at $1. So, yeah, it's not a very big down. It wasn't a very big dip. But I appreciate you being concerned about this. So we bought it around there. That's where we entered, and it's gone down a little bit. But I'm not concerned because for the ones, so if you guys know the risk levels, if you're paying attention on my watch list and Twitter, or even the daily analysis, the journey to $1 million, you guys know the risk level. 1 is the less risky and 5 is the most risky. So if I thought it was a 5, so I would have the smallest position in the 5s. Sorry, I need to share the screen. All right. So yeah. So I only got $200 in this, so I'm not worried about it. But if you followed this trade and you've got a lot more than $200, so I can understand why you're nervous about it. But again, I gotta emphasize, I need to put emphasis on that those are the risky ones. You shouldn't YOLO them, or you shouldn't go in with so much. But I'm not worried about it because, yeah, for sure it's down. But that's just going to happen. 30% is not so bad. But again, if you put a lot of money in these positions, I can understand that you're worried about it. But as you can see, it can easily get up to 1.5 or even up here. You know, it is realistic. We can check the news on this. Not so many news. Let's go over to the common stock. This is a 17.5. Did you say 12.5? Oh, it's I'm confused. Maybe I'm just tired. Tried to do the vert spread, but only the tier 2. I know, you guys got to get the level 3. Sorry, I should have said that. But I mean, you know, got to get that level 3 options. But it shouldn't be long. Just go ahead and apply for that. Hey, especially on Webull. I mean, it's fast. I got it within like 5-10 minutes. They approved for level 3. You just got to answer the questions the right way. If you say like, I only have 2 months of experience doing options, they're not going to approve you for level 3. But you know what I mean. Yeah, debt-free is the way to go for sure. I paid for my houses, well, my home, and then my rental properties I pay in cash. Whenever I make enough money trading and my portfolio is up, so I'll sell some off periodically, every year, 2 years, whatever. Sell some off and buy real estate, rental properties, and a home. First thing I would recommend is you take $1,000, you turn it into 5. Then you can diversify better. You take 5 and you turn it into 25, and then it will start picking up faster. Those should be the goals. And once you get to 25, then you have the day trade restrictions lifted. And then 25, your next goal should be 100. 100 is start to talk about the beginning baby steps of financial freedom and considering to do this more than just part-time, although just depends. You got to be confident. You got to know. You got to be good at it by then if you want to do something like that. But I mean, especially during coronavirus, it's going to help out a lot of people, I think, to do it full time. But get 100,000, and then once you get 100,000, you know, everything more than that, you should be considering to take the profit off of that to get a house paid for. Once you have a home paid for that you can eat, sleep, and live, you know, then you don't need to worry about paying rent. You have a lot of other it's like security, and you have it's just being safe, and then you can sit in your house and trade all day long. You don't have to worry about anything, just feeding yourself and paying the water bill. Basically, you don't even need electricity, just use candles. I mean, you know, in the worst case scenario. So that's what you should be focused on. And once you get the house paid for, it doesn't have to be expensive, just a starter home, cheap one. But that's the goals, guys. That's what I recommend. And once you do that, then everything else is golden. Every couple of years, take some profits off the top, build up an account, go on a journey to $1 million once you have passed those, start it, and you know, every couple of years get some rental properties, I think, because one day the market is going to crash. That's just how it is, and we need to be prepared for it. But if some people are not going to be prepared for it and are going to be holding bags. So yeah, Anthony, about the iPod, I'm not so worried about it. I hope you guys understood the risk levels on my watch list and adjusted the capital and the position sizes accordingly. But overall, I'm not worried about this. This still has a lot of upside, but I expect it could pull back a little bit more. You know, but we'll see. I'm not going to cut it. Keep watching it for a few days to see what's going on. Also, Apple end above 137 today. It's pause for sure. It's possible. Yeah, I don't even know if the vert spread are gonna pick up. To be honest with you. I need to reevaluate my limit orders. Maybe I'm putting them too low. Maybe I should just almost closer like to a market order, because we're calling out a lot of them and they're going up. Literally almost all of them that we called out are going up, except for Lee and AMD. Speaking of which, how's Lee doing? Luckily, it's still holding our support. It's almost past our little buy zone box rectangle. Well, how do you feel about taking options on leveraged ETFs? So I don't think that there would be a need to take the option on the leveraged ETF, because you could just take it on the normal ETF. Because I would be concerned about the volume. It's not going to matter because they both perform relatively the same. So I don't know, but I need to look into that. I got that question before. I need to look into that, but I've always just not done it. Like, I take the leveraged ETFs for long-term holding, but as far as the options, I've never done that. I just do the normal, like, instead of T triple Q, I just do triple Q on the options. But you know, I mean, to be honest with you, some of the leveraged ETFs are actually, they're supposed to be 3x, but actually it's a little more than 3x, which is cool. Alright, gotta get 2,000 USD minimum, then my account will get upgraded to margin, so it might take a week. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the 2,000. For sure, for sure. How do I take that 1 and turn it into 5? I deposited 6,000. It's slowly growing since I'm into Apple Deep, since it's relatively safe. Yeah, deep in the money would be safer. Apple is not going anywhere. Overall, it's going to easily hit 180. I don't know how long that's going to take. It could take a year, maybe 6 months. But my target is personally is 150. I mean, how do you take the 1? I mean, see, that's the problem with the 1. You should be taking the lesser risk if you have 1,000. You have more risk. If you have $1 million, you can afford to lose money. If you only have $1,000, you can't really afford to lose $1,000, because we all work hard for our money. And if you only got 1,000 to play with, don't lose it. You can't play anymore. So I really think that, on contrary to what a lot of people say, or do actually, because they have $1,000, they just YOLO it into something and try to hit the lottery. But yeah, I'm the opposite. So personally, I would take the less risk on the lower account. But if you only had 1, I'd probably do covered calls on a stock that's around $7, $6, $7, $8, so you can get 100 shares for $600 to $800. I'd sell covered calls. I would just sell them, because I know some stocks that you could probably do 30-40% per month if it hits the strike, obviously. But just the premiums are like 28. I was looking into that on the live stream before, but yep. You guys should go back and watch it if you weren't there. But I think it could be interesting, especially on like GEVO or Solo. Solo specifically could be interesting because EV, so it should have high premiums, and you could sell covered calls and start by selling puts maybe to lower the cost basis. If you only had $1,000, and then once you get assigned, sell the calls and lowers your cost basis even more. So you really get a bang for your buck if you only have $1,000. And then if you have a couple $100 left over, go short-term calls on some growth stocks. Yep, short-term out-of-the-money calls, because they would only cost $100 per contract, and you could see some hundreds of % gain if you do it right. Also looking to buy rentals. I'm only 19 and have some time to figure everything out. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, the rentals is not going to make very much money. like in the current market, you're only going to get like 6 to 8% cap rate, but 6 to 8%, that's more than Weeble margin is. So there's always that. But yeah, it depends. I mean, I recently got one. I bought it for like 100, and then it's a very small condo, and I fixed it up. So I probably put in about 130, 125, 130, and it ran for about 12. So that's about what, 10%, but then 10% per year. But then you minus your expenses and tax and everything like that, it's probably about 7 to 8%, and that's pretty good, I think, because in this market it's hard to find, and it depends on your market, like which city. So and that's paying cash. Like you could always get a mortgage, and you could increase the cap rate, but I don't really borrow money, so I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I just think it's better not to borrow money. Unless it's like a little bit on Weeble here and there, it doesn't matter. Maybe a 10-year loan and buy a few and flip them is my thoughts in the moment. Yeah, I mean, flipping them, see, that's the thing is, you need to get a good deal to flip it. And you're going to need to know some good contractors that are going to give you a good deal to fix it, unless you want to fix it, unless you can fix it yourself, right? So it's always going to be, to hire the contractors, it's always going to be more expensive than you think. Okay, so, I mean, and then if you're trying to hunt down these good deals, like under market value, probably there's like 10 other people trying to hunt them down in your immediate area, I would estimate. So there's going to be competition. But it's all good because it doesn't make that much money anyways. So, like, what's the goal? Like, flip for 20%? Maybe over what, 4 or 5 months after like renovations, if it needs to be renovated. I mean, you could get a foreclosure and hope that it doesn't need renovation, but those are risky because those are usually shot. So, I mean, what's the goal? Like 10-20% over 4 or 5 months? That's kind of chump change when we're talking about options, especially when we're talking about Bitcoin options. But, so I don't know. I mean, flipping is cool. I mean, if you just got some extra money and you just like, yeah, okay, flip it, I guess so. But for me, it makes enough money in the stocks, it doesn't matter. So I just got like some rental properties, which also don't make much, but that's really just me divesting from, like, kind of like balancing a portfolio, just keeping diversified, because one day the stocks will crash and we're going to lose a lot of money, and it's just how it goes. But hopefully we're going to sell everything before it crashes, right? Would be interested to see some of your CC plays for lower end accounts like mine. For sure. I mean, they're right here. Let me show you. Solo covered stock right here. So I bought this for $7.50 per share, and it's up to $8.26. Is that right? Let me double check this. That ain't right. $8.80. I'll pull this back up. Where's my solo? Here it is. Okay, so that's not updated. Refresh this. Okay, well, nevertheless, I bought it for average price is $7.50, so that would have cost me 100 shares would cost me $750. There we go. And I sold this one for $50. And currently, apparently, you can sell it for more than $50, $53. So if we go ahead and do the math on that, it would be $53 divided by, I bought it for $750. So let's do the math for what I did. So that's like 6%. It's alright. Could be better. But we did do that. And it only cost us $750 to get into it. Now it's a little bit less, but once it goes up, these 100 shares are going to appreciate. And our strike was at $9. It still didn't hit our strike. So that's cool. Well, let me check. Yeah, it's almost at $9 though. And we might get assigned. It's fine, I don't care. But that's one. And then the THCX is also not very expensive. It was only $1,600. And we got a premium of $45, which was not good because now it's $355. So there's money to be made. But keep in mind, that is every, like, well, let's look at it. This is the solo, right? Yep. Okay, so 4 days. I don't want to do the vertical. I want to do single option. And if we go ahead and sell it for $9, yep. And we're on calls. Okay, sell. Okay, so that actually says 44. But we would, of course, we would put the, yep, it's 53. So you got to watch out for the, put in your limit prices by yourself, guys. Don't trust anybody. So we go ahead and put that in for $9, and then basically that's not that very much, but keep in mind that's every 4 days. So we're gonna make 6% in 4 days, and if it goes up from, well, let's just say $877, so you put in $877 to buy these 100 shares. So then it's gonna go up to $9 if you get assigned, and then you're gonna be forced to sell the 100 shares, but you're selling it for $900 instead of $877. So what's that? $23. So you made $23 plus you made this premium of 53. Let's just say 76. So totally of your initial investment was like 877. Now it's up a little bit, but you guys get the basic point. So you just made 8.6% in 4 days because this is 4 days to expiration. If we go out to 1 month, let's just say, and let's say we have a price of $10. So here we're going to make, from selling this call, we're going to make maybe 150, 155. Let's just say if it hits, because this says the ask is 156. So maybe it'll hit, maybe we're not going to hit. The middle is like 148, so you can do what you want. It's setting limit order wise. If you really want it to hit, you can set it lower. If you don't really care, either way, then you can try to get a good deal. Usually I just try to get a good deal and do my due diligence and stuff. But yeah, let's just do the math on this one. So 155 plus, it's going to go up from, well, now it's 879. So if it goes up to $10, so our 100 shares are going to be worth 1,000 when we sell them. When we get assigned, sell it for $877, so that's a profit of $123. Hope you guys are following along. And then the $123, that's the profit we make for the appreciation on the 100 shares, and then plus the $155 for the premium. So totally we made $278, and our initial investment was only $877, something like that. So that's 31, almost 32% profit, and that is 32 days till expiration. So that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about when I'm saying you can do low accounts that only took $700-800 to get into, and you can turn 30% per month, and that's safe. The riskiest thing for that is if those 100 shares go down to $6 or $5. But you're going to have to be comfortable with holding those. So don't sell this call unless you're comfortable holding those shares. That's the point. If you're not sure you really want to be holding these long term, don't be running this strategy on it. But solo is not bad because it's an EV. I think it's overall is a pretty good play. And there's some other ones. I mean, you just got to look into it. You know, just one off the top of my head that's on my watch list is TRXC. So let's see. We could do a month out, 39 days till expiration. Let's say this one is going to cost us about $376 to get in. This is a cheaper one. Let's look at the graph really quick. So as you can see, my buy is gone up a lot, like 80% since my buy zone. So should have been doing this before actually, but okay. So do the math. So let's say we do the strike of It says 39 days till expiration. It doesn't matter. Let's just say $5. We could do it at 4.5. It doesn't matter. And ask is 65, 70, 75 for this one. Let's do 70 because that's the last price. That's the middle, just the average. Oh, now it went down. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We can go down to, okay, just for the to make it fair. Real world scenario. All right, so we're going to collect that premium of $65, which is a lot of money. Think about that. $65 for you only put 373 in this. That's 17% already, guys. Okay, and then it goes. Let's just say a month later it goes up to $5 and we sell it, and it might not. It might only go up to $4, but these 100 shares have still appreciated. But we're gonna say this is the best case scenario. It goes up to 5. I mean, it isn't really the best case scenario. The best case scenario would be, because if you don't sell it, if it goes up to like 4.99999, so then we don't need to sell 100 shares, and we can just keep them, and then immediately the next day sell another covered call. Or we could roll it, so close this position, no matter if it's a profit or loss, closing it, and then rolling it out to later, or a further strike, or a further calendar date. You know, that would be best case scenario. Getting assigned, people don't usually think of that as best case scenario, but I'm just talking in terms of profit because this is limiting our upside. If it goes to $6, $7, we're still only going to sell it for $5. But do we really care though? I don't. It's all good. We're making money. We cannot be sure what the price is going to be in 39 days. We're just trying our best to make good estimates. But anyway, so $5 minus, well, actually it was $500 minus the $371, which was the market price of what we bought it for, let's just say. So it's $129 plus the $65 premium, $194, and the initial was $371. So that's 52%, and that's in 39 days. So you can make 52% per month. You can do it. Oh, sorry, I wasn't sharing the screen. Sorry, I'm stupid. Yeah, it's because I pushed the button, and I need to change. It's a hotkey. It keeps changing. My bad. I was doing all that math, but yeah, on the calculator. So the strike was $5, and so if it goes up to 5, we make like, including the premium of 65, and it appreciates to 5, which was our strike, in 39 days to the expiration, it would have been like 52% profit. Sorry about that, guys. But anyways, I think you get the basic point. So I mean, my point is, you just need to find the stock, find a cheap stock, less than $8, I would say, because this only costs you $374, and if you have $1,000, then you can get some more. You can do it again. I mean, we don't know what was going to happen exactly, but it can be interesting. I would like to do it too on TRXC, because 52% is not a little bit of money. We could do a bigger position, but it's riskier because you're really holding a lot of those shares. But overall, those shares are cheap, so you know they're not going to go to zero. You're not going to lose all your money like on a call. If the call doesn't hit the strike upon expiration, you lose it all. But anyways, guys, I think you get the point. Just purchased 100 solo, so you recommend selling only covered calls every 4 days. It's not every 4 days, it's just every expiration cycle. So, like, for example, this expiration cycle is 11 days, 39 days, and if we go back to solo, so it's 4 days, and then once that expires, then you would sell it again for the next one. And sell it again for the next one, sell it again for the next one. And then if you get assigned, you can sell a put. Also is possible. Yep, buying, selling puts as well. Not buying, but you would sell it. And so if you sell the put, then like if you sell the put for $7, so it's under the market value, and then if the price pulls back to $7, you're going to get the premium plus you're going to buy it at $7. So that's just a discount. But again, be bullish on these things. If you think they're going to go up, then we do this strategy. If you don't think they're going to go up, don't do this strategy. There's other strategies to do if you think they're going to go down. But anyways, I think you guys get the point. And watch some of my other videos. I have more than one going over these things on Webull, and actually I have gone over specifically solo before, because when I first wrote about it and called it out on the watch list and the analysis, it was about the covered calls because I have the position right now. But anyways, it's good to do, because if you have the, so to wrap this up about the 1,005 to 25 to 100, if you have the $1,000, if you do this, it's going to be slow. You're not going to see 500% like on a YOLO or on a just a normal call. You're not going to see the 500%. You can see 500% on a call, but that's risky. You sell a covered call because you can get 30-50% all day, and then you can diversify and get some smaller calls, just normal calls. Try to get that 200%, 100%. So pretty much I would recommend that. But if you are selling the covered calls, that's like your biggest chunk of your $1,000. Put it towards selling covered calls. Try to get 30-50% stable per month. Start running the wheel strategy. And then with the other $200 to $400, then you can get diversify into some cheap, out of the money, short-term calls. And you might lose it. You might lose them. But that's just how it is. The safest thing is selling covered calls, I would say. But anyways, guys, I really hope you appreciated this. We are a little bit long right now, longer than I expected, but it was a lot of fun. So make sure you guys are following me on Twitter. I am still posting the trades there, no matter if we are streaming or not during market open. I think we can do this more often. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it by hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel. If enough people want, I can make this a regular thing. But I think at least a couple of days a week we will try to do this, because I also keep in mind I need to pump out those daily analysis and also the videos of Journey to $1 Million. I need to pump those out every day. But in trying to answer you guys' questions. So go in the Discord, go to the VIP section in the Discord, link in the description, and hit me up with your serious questions there. And thanks, Try for Maya. I appreciate your questions. They were really good questions. Let me know how you guys are doing. If you're taking some of these trades that we're calling out right now and in the past, and you're making a lot of money from them, send me a screenshot. If I can retweet this or use this as kind of like a review, that would really help me out, because I know some of you guys are. I got a really nice message today that one of my followers did 25% on the CCIV, and I congratulated him for taking those profits on the 25%. That's important to remember. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate it.